Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Rabbi.
The story is told of a fellow that he was in the hospital and he's sitting in the emergency room waiting to be taken in, to be seen by a specific doctor. And the guy next to him tells him a story. And this is the story, amazing story. He's there for the doctor because he has a problem with his thumb. What was the problem? So let's go back. He starts telling him a story from the beginning. He lives right next to a shul, next to a synagogue, and he's not exactly the best friend of the people in the synagogue. It happens. Meantime, what happens in the Sephardim, from the month of Elul, the whole month they say slichot in the morning. They get up early. So if you think they get up early over here, you just could imagine what they do in Israel. They really get up early. Now he's next door. So if he's next door and they get up early and they're singing the slichot with all the tunes, so he's got a lot of free music in the middle of the night. So he decided after a couple of years that he's going to make an end to it. So he set his alarm clock for 3:30 in the morning. He went into the shul, and he's an Israeli, so he knows a little bit about, he's kind of handy. He figured out how to cut the electric wires, the main wire coming into that room where everything is operating over there, and now let them figure it out. And he hides that wire between all the other wires. He goes back to sleep. The people come into the shul to do their slichot. There's no electricity, there's no lights, this and that. So it was canceled for there. They went to a different shul. The next day, they still couldn't figure it out. So for 2 days, he was sleeping beautiful. It was great. But by the third day, they figured it out. They got an electrician. He figured out that somebody played with the wires. They reconnected it, and everything was fine. So he saw it worked once, so he waited a day or two, and then again, when he got a little annoyed, he went in 3:30 in the morning, he cut the wires again. Okay. Meantime, he works for a very big company, and he was, the second time after it happened, he was in the office, and there's two big servers. They have two big servers on the desk, and there's a little drawer under it, and he tried to get something from the drawer, he couldn't get it, so he picked up the servers a little bit. Meantime, his thumb got stuck under the servers. And he started to scream. Everybody came to help to pick up the servers and to get his finger out. He went to the doctor, and the doctor told him, they took x-rays, nothing is broken, but he's in pain. So he told him to go to a specialist. And the specialist should talk to see what to do. So the specialist looks at it, says, not a problem. It says it's going to hurt for a couple of seconds, but I'll right now, boom, he moves the finger, puts it in place. The guy is screaming and garnish. Nothing happened. So he says, what do you mean nothing happened? It didn't work. We're going to try again. Tries again, puts it in place, nothing. He's trying like 5 times. The guy's screaming from pain. Says, I can't handle it anymore. So he says, okay, we'll put a cast on it, let it heal, and hopefully then we'll go back to it. 2 weeks later, he comes back, nothing's working. In the meantime, he gets a knock on the door. Some of the people from the shul are knocking on his door. He wants to know what do they want. They said, listen, we heard that you work in the cameras and the this, and you know all these things about electricity and this and that. We need to get cameras for the shul. Why? Somebody broke into the shul already twice, fooling around with the wires. We want your advice to advise us what we need. So that's when he realized, he put 2 and 2 together, his finger and this and that. So he tells them, okay, let me take a look. He comes, take a look, and they said that their electrician also told them that they need to do over the lights, a couple things they need to do. So he tells them, okay, I'm gonna find out, I'm gonna look into this for you. Gets back to them, he tells them, listen, I found out who did it, who sabotaged it. It's not gonna happen again, you don't have to worry about it. They said, yeah, but who was it? So he says, it was me. They said, really? So he tells them that he's sorry, he wants to ask for forgiveness, and he's ready to pay for all the other electric work that they need in the shul. Plus they wanted air conditioning. 36,000 shekel, about $15,000 later, he said he'll take care of it for them. Now he's sitting in the waiting room with this guy, and he says, this is where I'm holding the story. I know what I'm going to go back into the doctor, fix my finger now, it's all fine, it's perfect. So he was actually waiting for an operation. They decided he has to do an operation. He tells the doctor, listen, I don't need an operation. I want you just to try one more time. That click, click, you're going to see it's going to work. The doctor tells him, we tried already 10 times. He says, don't worry, just try it again. Tries it again, click, click, everything goes into place. He walks out, he's fine. So this is an interesting story, how to see how sometimes things work out for people, and sometimes things don't work out for people, for them to learn. So We have to be able to utilize our opportunities for good things, and we should be able to see the brachas b'karav mamish. Amen.